Hello, and welcome to another learning journey produced by the Healing Journey. We're a part of our Lessons Learned Inc. And we are glad to be with you. Welcome to Black History Month. We are so glad to be here on this Black History Month. There's so much that we want to talk about today with motivation and our new people that are making Black history. And the motivation that they need is right inside of you, and you. Welcome, Lee.
Hey Lynn, how are you?
I'm wonderful.
And welcome to February and this month as we set aside to celebrate Black History. It's so good to be here. So
Yes,
many
it is.
interesting things and people to know about and just focus on for this particular time.
Yes. And this is our year. Let's put
Mm-hmm.
it like this. This is your year, my year. This is everybody's year. I want you
Yes,
to go into this year with expectation because motivation is contagious. Think about motivation. It is contagious. And why does motivation spread? Well, you can have emotional contagion, and that's humans naturally catch the emotions, energy, and attitudes of people around them. When people show enthusiasm, persistence, or purpose, our brains mirror it. Then we have social modeling. Seeing someone take action makes effort feel more doable. It quietly answers the question, if they can, well, maybe I can too. It
that's
is
right.
so important for your loved one. It is a way of norm setting. Motivation raises the bar for what feels normal. When effort and follow through are visible, they become socially expected. And I want you to know that being around energized people, it's a neurochemistry. Goal directed people can boost dopamine, like the let's do in the neurotransmitter. So when it's most contagious, motivation spreads best when it's authentic. That means it's not forced. When it's visible, that means action and talking like we're doing now, and specific. I walk 10 minutes, I'm being healthier, or relational. People you trust or identify with. Imagine how the motivation can spread to your loved one who's incarcerated. When you're upbeat, it can be contagious. And you know what? Motivation is what is going to get them through every day. And guess what? That motivation is going to get you through every day. Think about being around somebody who's highly motivated. And then think about being around somebody who's always down, who's always a Debbie Downer. Which would you like to be around, Lee?
I think I want to be around that one that motivates or so. I want to
Exactly.
be around Debbie Downer.
Exactly. It's so important. If you think about when motivation doesn't spread, and I want you to pay attention to this. If you're burned out, chronic stress, or depression, it can block motivation transfer. If motivation feels shaming, why aren't you doing more? It can backfire.
Hmm.
Power dynamics matter. Pressure from authority often reduces intrinsic motivation. So there are practical ways to use this. You can sit near momentum, work alongside people that are motivating for you. Share your progress, not perfection. Create micro wins in groups and small successes. Leah and I do that all the time. When we get a donation, that creates momentum for us. It
Yes,
is
it.
motivating for us to keep us going. And then protect your environment. Chronic negativity is contagious too. When people are down, they like to bring you down with it. Well, you got to refuse that. You got to refuse to go down in the dumps with them. Let them sit in it. But you know what? You can pick them up. Think about your loved one. Think about the loved ones who aren't incarcerated, and think about how they might feel about the situation so you can lift them up. And that's very, very important to do. So that is important about motivation. And bottom line, motivation doesn't live in isolation, it travels through relationships, environments, and examples. If you want more of it, don't just look inward, look around. Look
Mm-hmm.
around. Look around for people that can keep you up and motivate you. That's what's important. Lee, can you think of a time where you had to motivate your loved one?
Oh, absolutely. Especially when we talk about our loved ones who have
Yes.
been, uh, how do we say, system impacted
Yes.
or system
Justice impacted.
justice
Yeah.
involved or justice involved or system involved. There's oftentimes that we do have to encourage them or motivate them because they're in a place where they didn't think they would ever be. Certainly, we didn't feel that they would ever be in these places. So there are times that we have to kind of set aside our feelings or so that we can be there for them and encourage them. And sometimes we have to pull up from our bootstraps too and encourage ourselves so that we can be there for them when we talk to them and be positive in motivating them to know that there is hope and that everything's going to be all right.
Yes. And that is our new word for this year, justice impacted. We're not going to say, felons or those terms. Let's put people who are impacted by the justice system. So we're going
Mm-hmm.
to say justice impacted. And
Mm-hmm.
that is something that is socially going forward. That's how we're going to address our loved ones. They're impacted by the
Mm-hmm.
criminal justice system or the
Mm-hmm.
justice impacted. There's
Right.
somebody that we want to talk about as we focus on Black History Month. And Lee, would you like to focus on Black History Month for a moment?
Well, we when we talk about our history month, we talk about new trends or new beginnings or so. And we were having a conversation, Lynn and I, and we were talking about certainly we know of all the history that's behind us. And sometimes we go over that and we go over and stuff. But sometimes we need to look outward and see if there's some new stuff that's coming about or so. So we kind of searched ourselves and stuff, and we came up with Kerwin Pittman
Mm-hmm.
out of North Carolina. He is a ex socially justice impacted person who is making a change. He spent 11 and a half years incarcerated in Goldsboro, North Carolina, well,
Mm-hmm.
in North Carolina. And he's now has come out and he's doing wonderful, wonderful things. And we just wanted to talk about him a little bit tonight.
Yes. This young brother is making history. He spent 11
11
years
and a half.
behind bars. He went in
Mm-hmm,
at age 18. He has now purchased the former Wayne Correctional Center in Goldsboro, North Carolina. That prison closed in 2013. He says he is believed to be the first formerly incarcerated person in U.S. history to
mm-hmm,
buy a prison himself. Now, if
mm-hmm.
that ain't history, then you tell me what is. And
That's
that is
history.
Black history right there. Okay? His plan is to turn punishment into support. Well, how do you do that? Well, instead of using the facility for incarceration, he is going to do something different. He said that he is now the founder and the executive director of the nonprofit Recidivism Reduction Educational Program Services, and it's called RREPS. And he plans to transform the property into a reentry and workforce campus. Look at not a center, not a home. We're talking about a campus, okay? And that is so good. The goal is to support people returning from incarceration with housing, job training, education, mental health services, and life skill programs to help reduce recidivism. I have already signed up to help in this venture. Leah and we're going to help in this venture to change lives. Think about this. Think how vast that campus can be. Think how many can be housed on that property. Think about the idea that God gave him sitting in jail, sitting in the prison. Think about that idea. See, you're looking at it like their lives are ruined. This no. See, that's why the motivation has to be contagious. Because see, God shows up. And when God shows up, when they get out, God shows out. And he's going to show out by giving this young man the motivation to do what he's doing to give back and help others. That's what it's all about. We
Hmm.
also have Project Pat on here. Project Pat goes and talks and helps out. Look at Jelly Roll. I know you saw the Grammys last night. Jelly Roll and Project Pat are doing things together. But it's what? Coming from who? From God.
Hmm.
See, this is how God operates. This is the motivation. So when you keep your loved one motivated on the inside, when they get out, ain't no telling what God is going to do in their lives. The campus that he is coming up with is envisioned as a stabilization community where participants could live for roughly 6 months while gaining skills and support. That's the whole thing, Lee, as well as you know, when they get out, where are they going to go?
Hmm.
Where are they going to live? How are they going to pay bills? Well, this will give them 6 months. Think about that. 6 months. And then the sale and funding. The prison was brought for under $1 million. State records suggest around $275,000 through, though the full renovation could be several $1 million. Pittman plans to rely on private donations, philanthropy, and possible government grants to fund the renovations. Interestingly, state officials noted that the proceeds from the sale will be used to improve other prisons still in operation under state law allowing such reinvestment. Here's a young man who's been in the system 11 years and comes out and is making history.
That's right.
What ingenuity. This is we tried to get him on our show. He's so busy right now. We could not personally uh get him on our show, not yet. But you
Not
know
yet.
what? Not yet. He's so busy right now because when this broke, people want him to do this and that, and we understand. But we did not want Black History Month to go by without recognizing the new Black historian he's going to be. And this is how it starts. Think about how many lives he's going to turn around. Think about that. This is why does this matter? Well, advocates see this project as a symbolic and practical shift in how society addresses reentry from prison, converting a site once used for confinement into a place of support and opportunity for justice. Impacted people, led by someone with lived experience of incarceration. What did we say? What did we say? Experience is the best what? Teacher.
Hmm.
Why didn't somebody else think of this? They didn't. But here's this Black man who thought of it. The timeline and the next steps, the prison has sat vacant for over a decade. Over a
Hmm.
decade. Renovations are expected to take up to 2 years before it will open. This is just amazing. This is so amazing. North Carolina, imprisoned, imprisoned, socially affected person, excuse me,
Hmm.
justice impacted person who's coming out. And what is he doing? Helping others so their lives can change just like his did.
Hmm.
Lee, would you like to bring out some other aspects about his journey?
Pittman, Pittman, as I understand, wants to be that beacon of light to others that
Yes.
have been on the other side or so, or those that are or currently in that place or so. He remembers how it feels to have been that beacon of light when you're in a dark place. He was in that dark place, and
Mhm.
while he was there, I would say sitting down, so to speak, as Lynn sometimes say, he used his time to think of things or so, and the opportunity became available when
Mhm.
he came out to make a purchase so that he could give back to to others and do some things to help those that have been or are in the place where he was at one time. So we take our hats off to him tonight and we salute him and all that he's doing and
Yes.
moving forward in trying to do something to help others. It's not a place that you ever want to be, but if you find yourself in those places or in those dark spots or so, we got to turn that darkness into light and be that beacon of light as he has. It's a game changer for
Yes,
those that are looking for a fresh start.
yes, it is. And, you know, you have to, there are so many times when you just want to give up. I can't, I'm tired, and this and that. Because you know what? I have said it myself. But you know what? Only God can change a life from inside to out. And I believe that God worked on him on the inside. And that's how it changed when he got out on the outside. That's how God works. That is how God works. So I just wanted to, look at it from that standpoint of, you know, keeping them motivated is going to do a lot. You know, Greensboro will never be the same. And those, look how other prisons now are trying to model what he's doing. They
Mm-hmm.
can't take it from him because you know what? This is what he's doing and starting a campus. I don't know of any campuses around. This is where he went from ownership, from incarceration to ownership.
Mm-hmm.
And he reclaims a prison. Why didn't somebody else do this? Why can't the state do these projects? Think about that. It's been vacant for what, 13 years? This could have been a project that, GEDs, education, things of that nature. But here's this young man that is doing this, and I'm so very proud of him
Mm-hmm.
for doing this. So he's emancipated. It's just something. It's just something, his vision is deeply informed by his life experiences. And I want you to realize the purchase of the abandoned 400 bed, 400 bed, think about that. 400 bed Wayne Correctional Center is an extension of that work.
Mm-hmm.
Pittman plans to convert it into a reentry housing and workforce development campus. It is so needed. I'm so excited about it. It motivated me because this is something that we don't have and it is needed. Sure, there are places out there that do, you know, things like this, but to have a campus come in and to do it this way, it's really, really going to be something. And this place was once used for confinement and punishment, but now it's going to be a place that will get them ready for the outside. And he's demonstrating what is possible when those impacted by incarceration are empowered to lead the solutions. And that's what he's doing. So the next time you talk with your loved one, that motivation is needed. You have to stay up to keep them up.
Yeah, be
So
encouraged.
surround yourself by motivated people. Don't let anybody tell you what you can't do. Because my Bible tells me I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. And I know Mr. Pittman is doing that. He's doing all things through Christ, which strengthens him, gives him the motivation, gives him the tools. Remember, God is that architect and the builder. We're his workers. We're his construction workers. Okay? So Mr. Pittman is building what God has designed. He is constructing it. But God placed that on his heart. So never give up on your loved one. Stay motivated. Lee?
He looks at it as a place of freedom rather than confinement, a place where people can call home as they transition back into society.
Yes.
Some of the justice incarcerated they are justice impacted, they don't have anywhere to go when they come out.
Hmm.
Some of them didn't have a place to call home before they were incarcerated. So he wants to this to be their place of freedom, a place that they can call home when they come out, so to speak. So again, I salute him and all that he wants to do as he give back to others.
Exactly. And
And as you said, Lynn, North Carolina will not be the same because this
it won't.
is a first. It's a
Yes.
one of a kind, so to speak, right now. And Goldsboro will certainly will. When you recognize Goldsboro, this is going to be one of the top things that people are going to think about when they think about Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Yes. And that's so true because Mr. Pittman said that Goldsboro is also impacted by poverty as well as violence. So,
Mm,
what a place to put this. He said it made sense for him when this sale came. It made sense for him to do it in that area. So it's just something. He said he will rely heavily on private donations. So, what, spread the word. I
mm-hmm,
had put it on our Facebook before on our page. Spread the word about what this young man is doing, you
mm-hmm.
know? And, it's one of the commissioners, Wayne County Commissioner Bevan Foster. He had not heard about the project, but was excited after a reporter shared the news. So, this is how you get that support behind you. And, it's just, this is something. It's going to be good for Goldsboro. It's also going to put Goldsboro on the map. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what you can do. You can look around and see a lot of people who have been rehabilitated, but they come home and it's challenging for them. So even, it's challenging for them to even have housing and to find a job. So this way, this is going to help him. It's going to also help your loved ones. Because you know what? Sometimes when they get out, things have changed. So this is going to help you as well. Job skills and those mental health and things of that. They suffer a lot of trauma on the inside.
Yeah, yeah,
So, I want you to think about that. This program is helping your love. And guess what? It will spread into other cities and
that's
other counties. And this is something, but who initiated it? A Black man. He's making Black history in this Black History Month. He is the new wave coming in.
mm-hmm.
So I want you to celebrate him and what he's doing. And this is so awesome and I'm just excited about it. So you know um he said him going into the system young, getting in trouble and being able to come out on the other side of that, and to be honest, just following my spirit and God leading the way, it made me want to be able to help other people. Did you hear that? It's just what I
Mm-hmm.
said. God led the way. Remember, so many times in the Bible, God led the way. I want you to build this. I want you to build that. You were the construction worker. Remember. So Mr. Pittman heard from God and the Spirit led him to do that. So I just want you to look around for things like this and stay motivated, because this young man has to be motivated. You know anybody in that area that would like to donate, or if you know anybody in that area that would like to donate their time and their resources, mental health and things of that nature, this is a great opportunity. The criminal justice system needs you. The social justice system needs you.
Certainly do.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Lee, would you like to say anything else about this project and Black History
Um,
Month?
I'm just sitting thinking, and sometimes I hear people say some of the smartest or the most intelligent people are those that are incarcerated, and
Yes.
this is kind of one example of that, and stuff. We say we get into trouble, or they get into trouble, but sometimes it's not trouble. It's only trouble because of the laws that are set in place, and sometimes we need to reform them or change them too.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. It's
but
time.
he's
It's
making a
time.
difference.
It's time, because some of those laws are so antiquated. And
Mm-hmm.
this is what we call good trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, this is good trouble. He got into bad trouble, but turning around for good. Good
Mm-hmm.
trouble. And he's helping others. And that's what it's about. So as we close today, think about Black historians. Think about Black History Month. Think about how they had to stay motivated in adversity.
Mm-hmm.
The woman who created the GPS system that a lot of you use all the time, Black woman, she just died. Think about that. She created the GPS system.
That's right.
She had to be motivated to keep going. And she created it in a time where what? Adversity was against her.
Mm-hmm.
So as you stay motivated, you motivate them. You can
Mm-hmm.
do it. You can keep going. Keep
Yep.
going. You can do it. And that is it for our show tonight. We just wanted to bring that to you because it was so important. And we're going to try to get Mr. Pittman on our show. And we just thank you for letting us come into your hearts and your minds. We have some good things coming up, and we'll be able to share those with you at a later date. And we're doing some things this year. We're going to do it differently. So stick with us for the change. Lee?
Be motivated to move into those new trends and those new beginnings. Be encouraged and just follow sometimes.
Yes.
Pull it up and stuff and see what you can come up with. And
Yes.
there are people that will need you or are looking for you for different things or so too. So again, be motivated. Whatever it takes, you're exercising, you're jogging, your cup of coffee, speaking to relatives, whatever it is that motivates you to move into new trends and new beginnings. Let's do that for 2026 so that we won't be stuck in the past or and so that we can experience a new beginning future.
Exactly. Thank you, Lee. Until we see you again, peace, be still, stay motivated.